Monday. Behind the bar with my guys, Tim Doyle and Clement Townsend. We're going to talk Giancarlo Stanton, who tonight hit two majestic home runs, numbers 58 and 59 on the season. When he hit his 58th home run, he tied Ryan Howard for most in the National League since Howard did that back in 2006. Then he went on to hit his 59th. Now he's trying to bear down on 60. Be the first big leaguer since Sammy Sosa and Barry Bonds in 2001 to hit 60. And who knows if he gets to 61 or 62 and challenges what some regard as the real record, the clean home run record of Roger Maris. But since the Marlins won't make the postseason and Stanton now only has 3 games to get those 2 taters, no, it's not going to happen?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
The award is his. The award is, his numbers are so far and away above everybody from a home run standpoint that the award is his. I said that if he got to 56, I thought he'd win it. And now I didn't think he was going to get to 60. I think he's going to get to 60. He's a moral lock. Sell me, CT. Who else could win this award?
I think Paul Goldschmidt still is in the mix. Because for me, winning has to factor into everything. It's boring that you hit home runs and your team is bad. It's boring that you hit home runs and when the postseason begins, your team will not be there. His team is about 9 games under 500. They might be 10 games under 500. So you hit all these home runs and your team takes all these L's. That does not spell MVP in my book. And when I look at the Diamondbacks, they haven't been to the playoffs in several years, about 5 or 6 years. Same thing with the Rockies. We had a discussion with Tim, whether it's Blackman or whether it's Arenado. It can't all be about home runs. The game of baseball is more than just jacks.
Yeah, but aren't his numbers so impressive compared to his peers in the league? This is an individual award. It's not most valuable player of a winning team. It's most valuable player.
But Arenado has more RBIs than anybody in the majors. His batting average is better than Giancarlo Stanton. His defense is better than Giancarlo Stanton. So some of these other guys have better categories. Even when I go to Goldschmidt's number, he just has many more. He's vastly ahead of everybody in home runs. But the rest of his numbers aren't better than everybody else. So when you take away the home runs and you put the rest of the numbers in there and the wins, that has to count for something.
I think it's interesting when we look at the criteria here from the National League because this was Bryce Harper's award.
Yes. He didn't get injured, I think.
So he gets hurt. He's out of the race, okay? I agree with CT. Paul Goldschmidt, he's meant a lot to his team from a winning aspect. The guys from Colorado, their numbers are unbelievable, but they're also from Colorado, and I think that ends up hurting them in the long run. But if you were betting your entire paycheck on who's going to win this award from a popularity standpoint, from a guy who's gotten a lot of attention this year, I'm sorry, Stanton's going to win this award. Paul Goldschmidt's had a great year. So is J.D. Martinez. So is the pitching staff from Arizona. He's had a lot of help there. Stanton's gotten all his publicity. He's chasing 60. I would bet every dollar in my bank account and feel very confident he's going to win this award. Your case makes a lot of sense, but who's going to win the award? Stanton's going to win the award.
Yeah, if you ask me to bet, I probably would bet on Stanton.
All right. Is there a number let's say he hits 5 and have a cocktail. Is there a number that he can get to in your eyes where it would be justified despite the losing? I know it's 3 games, but what if he hits 6 home runs in the next 3 games?
If he top Maris at 61,
then
because that's still the clean record. And the way he's finished up with the 2 jacks that he had today, if you get 2 more in the final, whatever we have, 4 games.
Yeah, but
3 games.
That 2 home runs in meaningless baseball games are going to decide this award.
I do think it's Giancarlo's.
But the 2 would be symbolic, though.
Sure,
the 61 would be symbolic.
Makes sense. But I, like Tim, if I had to bet money, if someone had a gun to my head, who's going to win it? You survive, you guess correctly.
I don't think I'm going down with Charlie Blackman.
I'm not going down with Charlie Blackman. And as much as I love Arenado because he is so great on both the offensive side of the game and the defensive side of the game, I think Giancarlo Stanton this year, his number's too big, those home runs too long to ignore.